Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks, and Happy New Year, and welcome to Panhandle Outdoors 2016. Hope all of y'all had a great holiday season, and we're all getting ready to go back to work on January the 4th. And I know it's just been a wonderful time with our family and just a special occasion. And man, I wish Christmas was all year round. It's just a lot of fun. I know a lot of y'all had the same situation, but as always, most of us got to go back to work, but this will be my last year getting back to work. We're going to talk more about it as I get closer and closer to retirement, and I'm just going to share it with you. I hope I don't bore you with it, but it's going to be a lot of things I get to share with you, and I'm glad to do it. So anyway, just a quick look at our weather. We'll be in more detail tomorrow. Our moon, okay, we've had a beautiful full moon during the holidays. We're about a half moon tonight. That's on the waning stages, and don't forget now, January is just a big month as far as hunting, and the moon's going to have a lot of effect on it, so be aware of that. Also, take a look at our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn and Funeral Home and Cemetery. Our low tide is at 5:07 this morning, and our high tide tonight is 6:01. About a medium tide, right at a 1 foot movement there. But we're getting into this weekend is going to be some great tide, so it's going to be some a lot of activity going on in January. You'd think it would be cold and all like this, a lot of people won't be doing much, but there's going to be a lot of activity in January. Marine forecast, we'll cover that. Let's go ahead and I've got so much to do today. Let's go and do a short weather, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We're going to give it a try here in this Python Challenge now. This month, January the 16th. If you want something exciting to do, head down to the Everglades and take a look at this. And I've been running this, so let's take a look at this.
Early in 2016, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission and the Fish and Wildlife Foundation of Florida will kick off a new Python Challenge. We're building on the success of the 2013 Python Challenge, which raised awareness about the invasive Burmese python. A lot was learned from that competition, and we're using that knowledge to improve the 2016 Python Challenge. Better training, better experiences, and more people effectively removing pythons from the environment. Interested? If so, register for the competition. Take a hands-on training class and attend the public events. Most of all, go out and enjoy the beautiful Everglades, Florida's crown jewel of wild areas. Conserving our native wildlife is the driving force behind the Python Challenge. Remember, you can help. Join the 2016 Python Challenge.
All right, there you go. You want something exciting and challenging to do for 2016. You know, as outdoorsman, I was thinking coming this morning, outdoorsman, we're always looking for challenges and adventures and all, and it's just part of our DNA, especially up here in the Panhandle. And I tell you what, if I'm tempted to do that. I can't do it this year because of working, but next year, I don't know if they're going to do this every year. They do it every couple of years, look like, but maybe next time. I got a good buddy down there. Y'all may remember David Barnes, is Captain David Barnes. Used to go to the Rego Park Assembly of God, and that's his rock. He used to be the choir director there. He and I were really close friends in our 20s, and he lives down there in that area now. And in fact, he runs an airboat down there. And I'm going to get with him because I know he'd be up to do it. He's around my age too, and he'd be up to do it. So next year or next time they do it. But anyway, I want to challenge you to it. The Python Challenge, and it's a great idea. And you just remove those pythons, and you know they're invasive, and they take away the native wildlife, and you can imagine the damage they can do to so many of the little game animals, the yearlings and all different things like that. So everybody wants to get rid of them, and FWC is on our side, and they're pushing us to do it. So as an outdoorsman, go online, check out 2016 Python Challenge. You can pick up that little video there. They got a little training class, and I tell you, all you got to do is just get out there. But like I said at the end, just get out there and enjoy the Everglades. What a great opportunity, man. I get excited about it. I'm not even going. So we're going to try to keep up with it and see how they do. And, they're probably not going to get any huge ones, but you just never know. So anyway, the Python Challenge, that starts off 2016 right. You thought they were going to come back today and talk about those big old bucks and all, didn't you? I got a Python Challenge. All right, but speaking of hunting, let's go ahead and talk about it. January is a rut month. If you remember right before Christmas, Travis was on here. And they had already started rutting up there in the northeastern part of Jackson County because he talked about seeing some of the bucks up there doing different things and all. But Mainly, we've showed those dates before. To me, the middle of the month is the peak of the year. Always has been for where I hunt, and it's going to be an exciting time. So you want to check your patterns. You pattern the bucks and all, but keep in mind too, it can happen in the middle of the day. I know Travis was talking about it was like 9:30 in the morning when he saw those bucks chasing those does. So it can happen any kind of day. So make sure you're just out there. You got to get out there. You can't sit on the couch and expect to see them out there. So the buck pattern is going to be really, really relevant to you being out there and seeing what they're going to do. So do that. So I got that written down. Also, don't forget, we talked about the amberjack. The amberjack season opened Friday. As January 4th today, the actual size limit became in effect. So hope over the weekend you could catch them on the size. But remember, they got to be at least 34 inches. It used to be 30 inches. Now it's going up to 34 inches, the minimum size. And that's a good thing because it increased the percentage. It went from 11% in the breeding stock at that size. But if you let them go up to 34 inches, it gets up like 67%. So that's a huge factor on the amberjack. So I agree with that, and I understand where they're coming from, and it's a good move. So, and you're still a lot of fun to catch them. If you catch a big one, you still release it, but don't keep them unless they're that size. Also written down, starting the new year now, we're going to register for the drawing. I don't have them over here. All the old, I'm going to empty this out. It's going to be emptied out. We're going to put all new names in here. Some of y'all ordered during the holidays have sent your names in to register for the 2016. So all from last year, we had a bunch of winners last year. And like I said, we gave away over $5,000 worth of stuff, including the seafood and all the gifts and the things, the rod and reels and shirts and everything. It was over $5,000. I'm very proud of that and very humble that we were able to do that. So, and I don't know if we'll reach that much this year. We're going to be giving away stuff all year round, not just every Friday on the seafood, but we got stuff coming in all over the place. So just be aware of that, okay? Also, you can register by email, snail mail. You can text me. You can Facebook me. Try not to call me if you can help it, okay? I really, a lot of times I'm driving, answering the phone, and trying to write down things. It's really not safe and all. So just try to, if you can just email me or get somebody to just, I get quite a few people just in snail mail, and that's fine. I still do that too, okay? So do that. So don't forget to register. Also, speaking of register, if you got a drone for Christmas, don't forget you got to register that drone. We had a couple in our family to get some drones and all, so you got to register. Now, you know my love affair with those drones, they're just fascinating. I didn't get one, but I've seen, we were able to give some, and it was just fascinating as far as seeing them. And it's going to be fascinating watching the next couple of years the development of drones. And the government is finally catching on. They're starting to register, so to make sure you get them registered and make sure that you understand that you have a responsibility in them. And I meant to ask Travis, and next time I get them on, we got to find out if it's legal to shoot down a drone if it's flying over your house and over your property and harassing you or whatever. And it could be harassing if you're going back and forth and you up there sitting down in your backyard or something. Or anyway, they've been shot down, and I don't know if they can bring charges on you or I don't know. So we're going to try to find out so y'all know, because it's going to become more and more of a problem, especially in different areas. Okay, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We're looking at great expectations for the year 2016 here on Panhandle Outdoors. I'm excited about this year and what you can do as a viewer. If you have some good show ideas, there's things you may want to see or people you think I might want to interview or different tips and all, just different places. And I'll be doing more and more this summer, and the next fall I have more free time to do a lot more things. So it's going to be a special year in 2016 on Panhandle Outdoors. So send your ideas in. Y'all are good about that. Hey Coach, every now and then I get an email. Hey Coach, will you check on this, or what do you think about doing a show on this? So y'all please send it in. I do whatever I can to make it happen. Now, and speaking of that, about all the different things that go on here in the Florida Panhandle, I did this spoof. It was like a little parody as a busy outdoor man. That was one of the ones that was requested to be the best of the year, and we were not able to squeeze it in during the holiday season when we showed our best of. But it was still one of the best videos we've done, and it was one of the most enjoyable ones I've done because a couple of reasons. It was just done spontaneously. We were not even planning to do it, and I was out on my deck and getting ready to. I was just looking around, and Gail asked me, when do you think I'll get to it. I thought about that joke that, a man, you don't have to remind a man every 6 months to do something. He'll get it done pretty soon. But it's one of these things you had to remind me every 6 months. But anyway, we're going to watch this video. By the way, I have cleaned off my deck. It's been pressure washed and everything, so it's all clean now. But seriously, what I want you to look at, I'll mention each month, and you stop and think about it, it's true. Although it's meant to be funny and true at the same time, it's true. We got something to do just about every month of the year in the Panhandle. And I just sat down, I didn't rehearse this or anything, I just started talking, and she was just running the camera. So I really enjoyed doing it. So we're going to watch it, and it's a good time to watch it in January, so we're going to watch it one more time. This was the best of last year, okay? The busy outdoor man.
Honey, look at this deck. Don't you think it needs to be replaced? Maybe next weekend you could do that, because then we need to get that pond cleaned out so we can get some more fish to go in the pond. The grandkids love to look at those fish.
Well, we talked about this, and I've been meaning to do it. I know this deck's got to get replaced, and I'm going to clean out the pond. But, I was thinking about that the other day in my tree stand. January is that's the middle of the rut. I hunt a lot in January, and that St. Vincent Island hunt, that's a big deal. So, January about wrapped up.
Well, sometime in February probably be okay.
February, I just want to go quail hunting with my old high school buddies. That's a fun trip. I'll go with those boys and we'll have a good time in February.
Well, what about March?
March. Let me see. March. Cobia season. That's when the first cobia is gonna come in March, and Spanish mackerel. That third fog in March. I always talk about. Old Captain Ware used to talk about that third fog in March. Is Spanish mackerel. We love to go Spanish mackerel fishing.
Well, how about April?
April. That's pompano. The first run of pompano is in April every year. And I just, that might be one of my most favorite things to do. I just love catching pompano. Of course, I hate to say favorite, but it's one of my favorites.
Well, let's try for May, okay?
April, May. That's freshwater fishing. Remember, Daddy used to tell me that full moon of May, son, always go fishing around that full moon of May. And I wouldn't want to let him down. I like to freshwater fish in May.
Well,
Get me out.
Could we try June?
June? Well, you know what June is? That's sort of snapper and grouper. I like to get offshore in June. Snapper and grouper, good eating. Right, girl?
Well, July?
July. You would think July, but July 1, scallop season opens up. And we just about scallop every weekend in July, just about. I love scalloping.
Well, it's mighty hot in August, but we could try August.
August is that's king mackerel. That big sea quarters king mackerel tournament down there in Carabel. We won that thing, won $10,000 one year, and I love to go king mackerel fishing in August.
Well, it's a shame we didn't use some of that money to get the deck replaced. What about September?
I didn't think about that. September. Well, that's I like to get ready to go flounder gigging. I got to get my cast net out in September. The mud's gonna start balling up in September. And that last weekend of September is early duck season.
October?
Now October is just a big month. You got October. You got dove season kicking off. Those redfish are active there in October. They're nice redfish in October.
How about November?
Well, November, you're starting off hunting season is getting started. November squirrel season. Then you got Thanksgiving, that big old Thanksgiving weekend. We don't want to do that on Thanksgiving.
December.
Well, it seems like December would be a good time, but you got first thing you got speckled trout. I catch a lot of speckled trout in December, and then you got the hunting season starting. It started, but now it's starting to get good. Dog hunting is big, and then also it's Christmas, and then we don't want to give up Christmas to do this.
Have you got anybody sponsoring your show that I might could hire to replace the deck out here?
I hadn't thought about that. That ain't a bad idea. 'Cause I just get it's tough being an outdoorsman here in Panhandle, Florida. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoy that. And you can see a lot of truth in those 12 months of the year. So keep in mind you can do all of those all year round. Now let's take a look at our fish and game forecast brought to us by Mark Coward of Counts Real Estate. Our time today, 6:35 to 8:35 this morning. And this afternoon, well, let's round it off 7 till 9 this evening, 7 till 9. Those are our two times. And like I said, a lot of times it would vary according to barometric pressure or fronts moving in, whatever. But year in, year out, day in, day out, those times are pretty relevant, okay? Now, we can't start to do the first show of the new year without doing our resolutions. And I've thought long and hard about these, and I believe in resolutions. I've always done them. I mean, I've always stuck to them. I wish I'd have kept a list all these years and just a little book and see if I've gone back and done them. But I have kept a lot of them. And I do different categories. Some are personal, some are just generic, but they're all meant to help me be a little bit better of a person this year than I was last year. And I believe in that. And so and I share it with our family, and we talk about things like that. And some of them do, and some of them don't fool with it. And I'm sure some of y'all do, and some of y'all don't. So with that being said, I'm just going to give you. I would try to do 10. This year I ended up with 11. So I'm going to go down them real fast and just let you know some of the things I'm going to try to do. Number one, and it's not in any order of most important. It just as it came out, I thought about them and wrote them down sometime when I was driving. This year, and this is a much overused phrase, do it now. A lot of times we'll get a habit of procrastinating, and you know what I'm talking about. So I've got down here, do it now. So anytime I do something, and when something comes up, if I can take care of it right then, I'm gonna try to take care of it right then and say, well, no, I can do that tomorrow afternoon when I get home or whatever, but do it now. So, okay, number two, more freshwater fishing. I will do more freshwater fishing this year. As you know, I've got a place at Howard Creek, and I wanted to get a fish camp down there. And what I have right now is that what I call a work camp, because every time I go down there, I'm working and getting it ready. But it's going to be ready pretty soon. It will be a fish camp, and that's one of the biggest things outdoors. I'm really looking forward to getting back up on those creeks and all. And I'll share some videos with you. I just want to catch some more of those brim. Okay. Number three, less Facebook. I talked about that before Christmas. I get on this thing, and there's a lot of good stuff on here, but I just find myself, instead of spending 15 minutes, here's 30 minutes and 45 minutes, and that's crazy to spend that much time on there, although a lot of it is good time. So, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. I may just put a little stopwatch on. I got a little stopwatch on my phone and put a minimum of 25 minutes, whatever. That's it. When that alarm goes off, I'm going to shut it down. So I'm going to do something along those lines. Number four, okay, you may think this is funny or rude or whatever. I think it's realistic. I'm going to blow my horn at people at the stoplight when it turns green, and they're ahead of me, and they're sitting there because I know they're texting. Okay, and I know what they're doing. It's gotten worse and worse this past year. I've tried to be really nice and try to be, well, hurry up, and but that is rude, that is selfish, and I'm not going to just sit on the horn. I'm just going to toot it a little bit, and if they keep sitting there, I might sit on it. But I'm going to start blowing the horn. I'm tired of being a nice guy, and it's going to get worse. Pretty soon, I hope everybody don't have a cell phone. Pretty soon, if there's 10 people at a stoplight, and all 10 people are going to be texting, they want to know when it's changing. You stop and think about that. All right, number five. That's Gail don't want to do that. I'm going to do that one. Okay, number five. We're going back to the Daytona Beach Antique Tackle Show. That is always the last weekend of February, or next to the last weekend of February, and we're going down there. And we used to go to that a lot. It's the biggest antique tackle show in the country. They come from all over, and it's just fascinating to see all those old tackle and everything. And I'm starting to get more time to get back into it, and I won't probably get back into it the passion I had at one time, but I still want to. I like to see some of those old guys that used to hope. We've lost some of them. I hope a lot of them are still around. So we're going to hopefully attend that show this year. Number six, work on my old Jeep. Now I used to just piddle around. I've always had Jeeps. I haven't always had them. I've had them most of my life. I've had old Jeeps, and sometimes I work on them. Sometimes I have to get a mechanic to work on them. I just like to get in the garage and just piddle around on it. Just clean off the wires or whatever. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to tell you the Jeep story maybe next day or two about some Jeep situation, but that's one of the things I'm looking forward to this year, get in my garage at night and just piddle around on the old Jeep. And I love changing oil myself. Number 7, best year ever for Panhandle Outdoors. It's going to be a great year. You're just hanging there with me, and we're going to just have some exciting things. Jeff's excited about it. I'm excited about it. Gail's okay about it, and I know the viewers. We have a unique situation here, and very fortunate to be able to do this. And we're going to just work hard at it every morning. We're going to bring you our A game every morning and doing a lot of good stuff. Number 8. I'm going into my final semester, and I've vowed, and I sort of do this anyway, I'm going to love every minute of my final semester. You know, sometimes you get, some of the kids get a little squirrely or something, but I really don't have much problem with that. I'm just going to look forward to every minute, from the beginning of the class to the roll call to that bell rings of dismissal. I'm looking forward to just fulfilling, and I'm only going to miss like 1 or 2 days this semester, and one of them is going to be the tackle show. And of course, number 9, we always do this when I write this down every year. Eat healthier and stay in shape and all that. Eating healthy, and well, around the holidays, that don't count. If y'all did like me, that's a bunch of junk around the holidays, but it's hard to pass up. That stuff tastes good. It's hard to pass it up. So that's important. Okay, number 9, that was number 9. Number 10, you know, I recently came up with this. Y'all see this right here? This is water. I drink it between commercials, okay? It's not coffee. I drink a cup of coffee before I come here to work. 250 times I've done it. I've wasted this cup 250 times. I'm going to refill. I'm going to bring something to refill this. Jeff, help me out on this. I get a new cup every morning. Don't need to do that. I'm going to bring something to refill. I got a water cooler here. Just refill my own container. I'd save 250 cups this year. And what everybody in the country did, all the styrofoam, all the energy on that. And the last one, and always one of the most important ones, just we want to continue to just help our fellow man and do all we can to help someone else that's in need and all. Okay? So that's my resolution this year. I'm going to try to keep every one of them, and you may want to share yours with me. I know y'all have some too. Got to get out of here. Y'all have a great day and start the year off right, and by helping your fellow man do something good. God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.